Blackhead prevention begins with patience, not pressure. Blackheads form when oil, dead skin cells, and tiny bits of everyday debris collect inside a pore, and the top of that plug darkens after exposure to air. They are not a sign that someone is dirty, and they usually do not improve when the skin is scrubbed harshly. In many cases, rough treatment only leaves the skin more irritated, more reactive, and harder to manage. A calm routine usually works better than an aggressive one. Wash the face gently in the morning and again at night with a mild cleanser and lukewarm water. Avoid very hot water, rough scrubs, harsh brushes, and the urge to attack the skin as if it were a stain that can be polished away. If makeup, sunscreen, sweat, or daily buildup is still on the skin at the end of the day, remove it properly before bed. Lightweight, water-based, or non-comedogenic products are often a better choice for skin that clogs easily, especially around the nose, chin, forehead, and jawline. Moisturizer still matters, even when skin feels oily, because skin that feels stripped and uncomfortable can become more reactive. If the skin tolerates it, salicylic acid may help loosen clogged material inside pores, and adapalene may help keep pores from becoming blocked over time. The important thing is to start slowly and stay steady instead of trying too much too fast. Squeezing blackheads with fingernails or tools may feel productive for a moment, but it often leads to irritation, lingering marks, and a cycle of touching the face that creates more trouble than progress. Hair oils, pomades, and heavy styling products can also quietly contribute to clogged pores around the forehead and temples, so it helps to keep those products away from facial skin whenever possible. Pillowcases, hats, and phone screens do not need to become a source of anxiety, but keeping them reasonably clean supports a better environment for the skin. Prevention is not about perfection. It is about making pores less likely to clog, keeping the skin barrier calmer, and choosing a routine gentle enough to keep doing for months. And now, with that practical skin advice folded away neatly like a clean towel in a bathroom cabinet, let us move into the longer, warmer, and much more cheerful part of the evening, where instead of cleansers, cotton pads, and magnifying mirrors, we find ourselves in a small American town full of folding chairs, casseroles, pie, raffle prizes, cardigans, and one retired gentleman who accidentally becomes the star of the most unnecessary mystery the town has seen in years. In the town of Red Hollow, Indiana, 74-year-old Eugene Parker believed that the modern world was held together by labels, timers, and the self-control of older adults who did not say everything they were thinking. He had retired from the county feed and farm office after 42 years of invoices, delivery slips, grain orders, and the constant effort of translating chaos into legible paperwork. He liked things that stayed where they belonged. He liked a mug placed on a coaster, a screwdriver returned to its hook, and a morning that began with strong coffee and no surprises. He did not think of himself as lonely, exactly. He thought of himself as organized around quiet. His house sat on a modest corner lot with white siding, a narrow porch, and a detached garage so meticulously arranged that visiting grandchildren once asked whether the wrenches were ranked by seniority. His wife, Louise, had died 6 years earlier. Since then, he had built his days carefully, almost respectfully, so that every hour knew where to go. Coffee at 6, newspaper at 6:15, breakfast at 7, a walk if the weather behaved, lunch at noon, a short nap after lunch, which he described as a consultation with gravity, supper at 5:30, dishes at 6, porch by 6:30, bed at 10. It was a decent life, predictable, calm, quiet in a respectable, adult way. Yet some evenings, particularly in late autumn, When the light fell early and the kitchen looked bigger than usual, the silence seemed to stretch too far between the walls. The chief disruption to Eugene's peace was his longtime neighbor, Marcia Givens. Marcia was 72, efficient, cheerful, and powered by the sort of volunteer energy that should have required federal licensing. She wore bright cardigans, low practical shoes, and reading glasses on a silver chain that made her look prepared to reorganize a buffet table, fix a misspelled sign, and assign jobs before anyone else found a pen. She ran the church fellowship calendar, helped with the library fundraiser, organized the winter mitten drive, and believed with sincere conviction that every resident of Red Hollow possessed an underused talent for community involvement, especially the ones who denied it with emotion. On a windy Thursday afternoon in October, Eugene was sitting on his porch with a mug of coffee and half a slice of oatmeal cake when Marcia marched up the walkway carrying a casserole dish and a thick red folder. Eugene took one look and said, "No." Marcia stopped at the first step. "You haven't even heard what I want. You have a folder. I also have ham casserole. That means the folder is serious. That means I came prepared. For what? For your refusal." Eugene leaned back in his chair. "Then at least one of us respects reality." Marcia climbed the steps anyway, set the casserole on the table, and sat down without invitation. "The Silver Acorn Social has a problem," she said. Eugene closed his eyes for one brief second. The Silver Acorn Social was the annual fall event held in the church fellowship hall, featuring casseroles, raffle baskets, local music, coffee, pie, name tags, and enough folding chairs to seat either a church supper or a town council uprising. "What sort of problem?" he asked. The host canceled. "Why? His daughter invited him to Fort Wayne. That sounds legitimate. He also said he was not really a microphone person." Eugene nodded. "That sounds wise." Marcia ignored him. "So naturally I thought of you. Why would you do that?" "Because you speak clearly, people trust you, and you are funny." Eugene stared at her. "I am not funny. You are after 70. Dry counts. I worked in agricultural billing. You spent 40 years explaining reality to people who preferred guesses. You can handle a room. That is not the same as wanting one. You do not need to entertain. Just welcome people, introduce the program, announce the raffle prizes, and keep the afternoon moving. That sounds like work in polished shoes. That sounds like community. That sounds like gravy with paperwork." Marcia smiled. "You'll be good. I'll be reluctant. That is not a skill. It should be." She tapped the folder. "I may already have written your name in pencil." Eugene looked at the casserole. "You volunteered me before I agreed?" "In pencil," she said. "I'm not reckless." "No," he replied. "Just efficient in a way that lowers morale. The event is Saturday at 3, and if I refuse, I'll tell everyone you were intimidated by a microphone and decorative burlap. Those are not equal threats. Together, they make a compelling story." So that was how Eugene Parker, retired office man and protector of quiet afternoons, became the emergency host of Red Hollow's Silver Acorn Social. For the next 2 days, he prepared as if he were about to negotiate peace between rival pie provinces. He found his charcoal blazer, the one reserved for funerals, anniversaries, and restaurant dinners where the napkins arrived folded like architecture. He polished his loafers. He wrote note cards. Then he rewrote them. Then he made backup note cards because the first set looked too optimistic. On Friday morning, his daughter Dana called from Des Moines. "Dad," Marcia told Mrs. Klein. Mrs. Klein told Aunt Vera. And Aunt Vera told me you're hosting the church social. Marcia should not have access to a communications network, Eugene said. Dana laughed. You'll do great. I have 5 note cards. That means you care. I have backup note cards. That means you're still exactly yourself. I also practiced pronouncing the name of the accordion duo. That means you're prepared. He practiced in the hallway mirror. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Silver Acorn Social. Too stiff. Hello, friends. Too sentimental. He looked like a man unveiling a memorial bench. It's lovely to see you all. Unverified. He had not seen them yet. By the fourth attempt, he had thanked the umbrella stand, nodded at the coat rack, and introduced himself twice to a framed landscape print. At that point, he decided the house had endured enough. Saturday arrived cold and bright. The fellowship hall had been decorated by people with glue sticks, good intentions, and access to artificial leaves. Round tables wore burnt orange cloths. Mason jars held battery candles and acorns. Tiny wooden scarecrows leaned against sugar bowls in a way Eugene found faintly accusatory. At the back of the room stood the refreshment station with coffee urns, teapots, little sandwiches, cookies, bars, and 3 pies that looked as though they had been baked by women with strong opinions and dependable wrists. The room filled early. Retirees in cardigans and sport coats settled into chairs with coffee cups and immediate judgments. 2 men near the back began discussing knee braces with the seriousness of foreign policy. A widow in a navy suit had already positioned herself near the dessert table in a posture that suggested both patience and strategic intent. Marcia met Eugene at the door. "You're late. I'm 7 minutes early. That's socially late. That is mathematically false. You look distinguished. You look suspiciously prepared. That's because I am. That's the problem." She handed him the microphone and a fresh index card. "Welcome, memory game, refreshments, music, raffle, closing. There's a memory game?" "Yes." "Why?" "Because it's fun." That is one of the most dangerous words in the language. Then she vanished. Eugene stepped to the front. The microphone squealed. Half the room startled. "Well," he said, "that certainly accelerated introductions." The room laughed. "Interesting," he thought. He adjusted the microphone. "Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Silver Acorn Social, the only event in Red Hollow where you can drink coffee, win a basket of preserves, and evaluate decorative pumpkins without legal consequences." The laughter came warm and immediate. "My name is Eugene Parker, and I'm your host this afternoon because the original host received a stronger competing offer involving family, travel, and what I can only assume is a healthier relationship with microphones." That landed well. The first activity was a memory game involving a tray covered with random objects. Eugene was handed a card and told to guide the group. He looked at the tray and immediately regretted his civic cooperation. It held a clothespin, a spoon, a key, a spool of thread, a peppermint, a tiny flashlight, a playing card, and for reasons no one could justify, a potato peeler. "Who assembled this?" he asked. "The activities committee," Marcia called from the back. He nodded gravely. "That explains the potato peeler. Nobody arrives at that naturally." The room laughed. The tray was shown, then covered. Eugene began calling for guesses. "K. Peppermint. Clothespin. Flashlight. One of those potato things." "Peeler," Eugene corrected. "Let us preserve vocabulary while morale remains high."